Well, we have great honorees. This is a group that really is unique. I think it's one of the, look, over the years I've been watching, and you've had some wonderful honorees, but I think this is really very much unparalleled.
All right. Well, that, of course, the president on the Kennedy Center red carpet last night. He's the first to host the Kennedy Center Honors, which celebrates actors like Sylvester Stallone, artists like Gloria Gaynor, Kiss. The president says he expects the ceremony, which airs on December 23rd, to be the most watched Kennedy Center Honors in history. Joining us now, NewsNation media contributor, executive producer of the Megyn Kelly Show, Steve Krakauer. Steve, good morning. So, the president says he wanted to break tradition, host the event, while presidents in the past have just attended, as you know, because this would lead to higher ratings. Do you believe, Steve, that was the full motivation here?
This is a guy who at one point was the host of the biggest show on television, Celebrity Apprentice, and The Apprentice before that. He's certainly a non-traditional politician, and there was reporting that several times he described it as the Trump Kennedy Center when he was making his speech or in certain interviews. I think he loves this kind of stuff. And I think it's interesting. Obviously, policy-wise, it can be very controversial. You just talk about immigration crackdown, something that is a really polarizing issue. But Donald Trump loves the arts. He's into opera and came up in New York City in the media scene there and Broadway. I mean, this is kind of part of his DNA. And so it's so interesting to see when we all watch this on CBS, if we'll see how the ratings are, you're going to see Donald Trump in the host role rather than just sort of sitting in that box like the other presidents traditionally do, maybe a little wave here and there. No, he's the one who's introducing, maybe do a little stand-up. Yeah, it's just a very, very different sort of presidency right now.
Yeah, it certainly is. So, as you know, too, his numbers, his polling isn't great at the moment. Do you believe he is working through events like these to move the needle in some ways? He did talk politics a bit on the red carpet there.
He did. He was asked about it. But I do think that, things like this, and if you want to think about the 2024 election and the podcast tour that he went on, the times where he moves away from politics, it does connect with people who are not overly political, people who are not big MAGA supporters and people who hate him on the left, people that are just sort of don't anchor their life around politics. It does speak to them in a different way. If you want to go and watch Sylvester Stallone get honored and see Kiss and see Gloria Gaynor, and then, oh, by the way, there's the current president hosting, you might not even know that's happening if you're just sort of a casual viewer of this and you're interested in some sort of entertainment activity 2 days before Christmas. So yes, I do think that it connects with the voter who and the average citizen who doesn't spend all day scrolling X like I do or watching a lot of cable news even. You might just sort of stumble on this and say, oh, that's interesting, and you might think about him in a different way. I do think that does have an impact.
Right. He was even talking about, which surprised me, some potential dividend checks going out to lower middle income folks all across the country, saying this isn't for the wealthy, this isn't for the rich, when he's surrounded by all these celebrities. Just interesting.
Right.
Kiss drummer, this was another point that sort of caught our eye. Paul Stanley, he was asked about accepting the award from the president after criticizing him after January 6th. This is what he had to say on that red carpet.
America is a wonderful country because we can all have our beliefs and we can say what we believe. And beliefs change with different situations. So what I may have said about one thing may not apply to something else.
So it was refreshing to hear somebody with an independent mindset make that case, especially in that venue. What do you attribute to the change of tune here?
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. The most of the people that are that we saw during the campaign. Look at the cabinet. Tulsi Gabbard, RFK. These are traditional Democrats, and so yes, I think as we cross over to the celebrity side, you don't see a lot of it now. I think maybe you did a little bit in 2024. It's getting a little bit more controversial now, but it is good to see. It is refreshing to see someone step away from politics and whoever they are, just talk about getting the honor from whoever is giving that honor, and to stand in front of your peers, because it was also the music industry and other celebrities who were presenting the awards, who were singing in honor of them and in sort of tributes. It's good, step away from politics, even if Donald Trump is the one who obviously is the host and the president.
Right. He's polarizing, but this seemed to meld a lot of different groups all together. Was interesting to watch. Steve Krakauer, great to see you. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.